Hey guys, today I'm going to be unboxing the HG Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam Kimaris. That's right, our new Gundam-type mobile suit in the Iron-Blooded Orphans series is the Kimaris, and it's pretty impressive on the show so far. It's definitely got some very unique design features to it, but I think a lot of people so far have been pretty into it. I kind of on the fence. I think this model kit is either going to sway me one way or the other as to whether I end up really liking it or really not caring for it too much. We do have the 1/100 scale version coming out pretty soon as well. But until then, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Here's our box art. Once again, just got to say a big thank you to MindFenix Hobby Store for sending me this kit to share with you guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to checking it out anyway. It's very unique. We do have our color scheme, which is very fitting to our pilot, Gaelio. There he is, looking very like a non-crazy version of Angelo Sopper there, actually, with that purple hair kind of off to the side thing going on. But yeah, it's a very, if you remember, his Schwab Greys used this lance and it was purple, so it kind of makes sense that this Gundam is purple, uses the lance. It was actually really obvious, but until it was revealed, I actually thought that this Gundam was going to be going to McGillis. And then it was later revealed that it's going to be going to Gaelio, and then it sort of clicked. I was like, oh, that kind of made sense. I didn't know why I didn't see that the whole time. Anyway, here on the side we have, this is number 11 in the line. We're getting up there in the double digits now. And we can see here, there's that very long lance. We'll see if it's actually able to hold it like that. From what I've heard, it is actually able to do that. I'll test it out for sure in the review. And then we have the parts of the shoulders that open up. Let me bring this a little bit closer, maybe you can see it a little better. There we go. Parts of the shoulder that open up, and we have our little shurikens in there, just showing off some of the articulation here. It is using the same Gundam frame, as far as I know, as the Barbatos. We'll see when we take a look inside the box here. We have this second weapon as well, which is like a folding kind of sword, machete kind of thing. I actually really quite like that. And then here it is, display facing off with the Barbatos there. On the other side, just got a front and back image of the kit, just standing in this particular pose. It is looking awfully badass, I will say. It's looking good there. And then a little bit about the pilot, the Gundam, the story, all of that. And the list price, 1,200 yen. Very reasonable, but it is a small box, as you can see here. It's not too terribly large. First thing off the bat, we've got some purplish, grayish color. It's actually a very similar color to what we had with the Gushan, I believe. Had a similar color to it. Otherwise, there's some very light gray there. There's our sticker sheet. As you can see, it's not very big. That's good. Some dark blue parts for the lance, and some purple parts for some accent colors, and other parts for the lance as well. Then here's just our off-white, very light gray color for a bunch of armor, and then the frame in there. It is looking like the same frame and polycaps as well. We'll take a look at all of that stuff in more detail momentarily. Here on the manual is our box art. They're repeated again on the top. The bottom has front and back images, and for a lot of other recent HG Iron-Blooded Orphans kits, we've had very little information on the pilots. This one actually has quite a bit more. I guess he is a little bit more important character, or anyway, he's in the story a little bit more, I guess, than some other pilots. Here on the back, same stuff we saw on the outside of the box, just some different action poses, things that you can do with the kit. There's the lance, the combat knife, they're calling it, so I guess it's pretty huge to be a combat knife, but that's what they're calling it here in the manual. And then we have these, instead of shurikens, they're actually calling them slash discs. So again, very interesting names for a lot of these Iron-Blooded Orphans weapons. And then here, just color guide and those same pictures we saw on the outside of the box. So let's get this opened up and get to our parts list. Here it is. Parts list. We're going to be using all of the parts except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polycaps. So not a very polycap heavy kit, it would seem. Construction is going to start off with the body, and the bowling ball pin head, and the arms, left arm, right arm, then onto the legs, left leg, right leg. Then finishing that up. The legs are going to be a little bit more complex because of the gimmick built in there. And then the waist unit, putting the whole thing together. Then building our weapons, which should be pretty easy, straightforward, I imagine. The lance, the combat knife, and the slash discs. And then here's the gimmick I was talking about built into the leg. You can open up the legs and there's like thrusters in there. You fold the feet and then that's like its sort of high speed mode there, I guess. So let's go ahead and take a look at all the runners. First thing is going to be our sticker sheet. We have our foil stickers here, and there's a kind of good amount on there, but they're all really small. So there's maybe about a dozen stickers on there, and they're quite colorful actually. Purple, yellow, teal, black, and then our eye stickers on there. So not too bad, yeah. Then polycaps, PC002 standard HG polycaps. And then runner A is going to be the same runner that comes with the Barbatos for the Gundam frame, although it is smaller, it's missing a section, but this is the main portion of that, the main parts for the Gundam frame, so we'll have to see how complete this kit is with all of this. It is in a different color though, obviously, from the Barbatos. This is a very light, purplish, bluish color here, very interesting. The marking for this is going to be HG 1/44 scale IBO Gundam Frame 2, so this is just kind of the second version of the Gundam frame. The runner is cropped down a little bit, that's all. Runner B1 is a bunch of our armor here, and it's molded in a very, very light gray color. It's definitely not white, so it's kind of interesting. A lot of really nice details on there, which has been true for a lot of the HGI Iron-Blooded Orphans kits. So we can see there's our parts for the head and different things like that. So these runners are now going to be marked as HG 1/44 scale Gundam Kimaris. Then we do also have a runner B2 as well, which is a copy of this section of the runner, like so. And runner C is obviously in a very bright purple color here. Just some parts for the chest, parts of the lance, the feet, and things like that. Runner D is in a light grayish blue color. Just some more little accent parts, parts for inside the legs, and things like that. Again, I think this is a very similar color to the color of the frame parts for the Gundam Gushan. And last but not least, runner E looks like mostly parts for the weapons here, parts for the lance, the slash discs, and the parts for combat knife, which essentially looks like it's just going to be two parts that fold together. So that is it for the runners. So that's going to be it for unboxing the Gundam Kimaris. Actually seems like quite a bit in there. The boxes probably has a little bit more part count than the standard HG Iron-Blooded Orphans kits so far. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, of course leave those down below. Otherwise, coming up next we'll be taking a look at the review of this kit. Looking forward to it. I'll see you guys there. Bye bye.